says, my wife passed away just before last Thanksgiving. It came out of nowhere, and I'm somewhat broken. To make it worse, my stepkids have decided that since I'm not their father, they don't have to obey me anymore. Your house, your rules. Yeah, they're hurting, fair enough, but guess what? That doesn't give them the right to treat you with disrespect. They are teenagers, and they have never been my biggest fans. They love their dad, and I was only ever their mom's husband. However, when Dina was alive, they treated our home well and me with respect. Well, they better keep treating you with respect, otherwise they're out. After she died, they became a-holes. Yes, I know their mom had died. It sucks. But that was my wife and the mother of my children. I'm also having a tough time dealing with it. Their paternal grandparents are also crapping on me for not being more understanding of all they're going through. Okay, paternal grandparents. That means the parents of their father. Okay. Their maternal grandparents is his late wife's family. And apparently they're pretty cool. Well, guess what? If the paternal grandparents are giving you a hard time, tell them they can take those kids. Because their father, where's their father in this story? Why aren't they living with him if they don't like this guy so much, huh? These paternal grandparents have nothing to do with this guy here. I've tried. I've offered them counseling. I've given them space. I've tried to be there for them. I'm at my wit's end. The last straw was when we were over there for supper last week. I said it was time to go so I could get the little ones to bed. My stepkids said that they don't want to go and that I should leave them and come back for them. It's a 2-hour drive, and I said no. Exactly. Who's in charge here? No, I'm not going to drive 2 hours, put the kids to bed, and come back, drive 2 more hours to get your asses, and drive 2 hours back to the house. No. Their grandparents said I was being too hard on them and I should let them stay. I'm having a hard time with two small children, the loss of my wife, and 2 teenage a-holes having my in-laws pile in and make my life more difficult. Let's remember this, guys. He lost his wife. Okay, and I'm going to obviously assume he says he's broken. Somewhat broken, he said. I'm sure he's fully heartbroken. But he has to deal with the big picture here. He has to take care of his little kids, his biological kids, and deal with the loss of losing his wife. Sure, obviously the loss of income. And then these teenage a-holes. Sure, her kids, the stepkids, are hurting. That's okay, I understand that. Doesn't give them the right to be a-holes about it and treat him with disrespect. Really. Oh, and I might add, this is what happens when you get together with a single MOM with other kids and have to deal with their disrespect and crap. Got to point that out. So I did. I also packed up their stuff. Instead of coming back for them, I dropped off their stuff at their grandparents' house. There you go. Go live with your grandparents. And hey, grandparents, they're all yours. You want to tell me how to run my life? I have 2 kids under 5 years old to take care of. I don't really have time to baby 2 teenagers that are just making my life harder. My house is clean for the first time in weeks. My kids are sleeping through the night. My stepkids are living with their uncle in the same living with their uncle in the same city as me, so they can finish high school with their friends. Fine, works for me. Everyone on their dad's side is against me. I really don't care. I was told by both of them and by their father that I'm not trying to parent them. So I'm not. I actually do not have any parental rights over them. Their dad was not even okay with me being a contact for them at school, so his parents bear the contact. So this guy, the stepfather, has no parental rights over them. And they're living in his house, and after she passes away, and he can't have any say when this happens. And again, the father in this picture is giving him a hard time. Why isn't he taking them in? They're living with their uncle and the grandparent. How about the grandparents, but not the father? Who's this lowlife? They're trying to tell this guy what to do, what's what. Oh, screw them. My wife left behind a small life insurance policy, which I will divide between the 4 kids. But I was the breadwinner in my house. I bought pretty much everything there for the last 8 years, so now it's all mine. Well, I can't blame the guy, but here's the deal. Smack to him that he gets involved with a single MOM, right? Let's be honest here. And these kids, they obviously didn't mess with him when she was alive, but they obviously didn't treat him with respect. He was paying for pretty much everything, which happens to a lot of guys that get involved with a single MOM and dealing with her kids. And the kids are shitheads. Gentlemen, this is what you can expect. Potentially. It's ridiculous. So he's like, no, this life insurance money that she obviously left to him, then to divide Nah, I'll be taking that given I've been paying for that. These little a-hole, I know a lot of people are going to have issue with that, but hey, I'm not a saint. I have no tolerance for a-holes, let alone a-hole teenagers think they know everything. Again, I understand they're emotional, their mom died, but they don't have to treat this guy like this. And let's be honest, their father's family is egging them on. My in-laws are calling me an a-hole for abandoning the kids, but I have 2 kids that need me more. The older 2 have a dad as well as grandparents to help them. My kids do too, I guess, but they also have me, and I want them to have a peaceful home. Notice that the little kids, he said here, aren't misbehaving that the mom passed away. They're not losing it and going crazy. But it's the older ones, the teenagers that you think would care about their younger half-siblings, which set an example. They're both being little bastards. No. He doesn't owe them shit. And in this father's family, they're a bunch of a-holes, they're a bunch of freeloaders. They let you pay for everything. Where was he paying for things all those years, right? No, the hell with him. Take care of your own kids and end the freaking story here. You try, you honored your wife, you don't have to deal with this crap. The hell with him. So, of course, he wanted to know if he's being the a-hole, and I say, no, absolutely not. He's taking care of himself. He's taking care of his kids. They had a chance. No, screw them. And by the way, guys, what is nice is you would think a story like this would be overwhelmingly people calling him the a-hole. No, not what I saw. Overwhelmingly, the comment section is full of people standing by this guy, which I think is great. I'm going to read a few comments here. One guy says, not the a-hole. Why are you looking after children you have no parental rights over and who hate you? What the hell happens if you need to give a medical consent for something? They're acting out, but they have a living parent and grandparents who can step up and look after them. So as they are now living with their uncle, it looks like the conflict was about them not wanting to do this, but it's also not about supporting you doing this. Another one, not the a-hole. First and foremost, I'm deeply sorry for your loss. You're doing your job, and that's to take care of yours. It sounds like these kids' family is perfectly content letting you handle raising their kids and grandkids, and then being critical when things don't go according to what they want. What's curious to me is that their father is still alive and they aren't with him. Thank you. That's what I've been wondering what's going on here. Was he in prison? I mean, is he an oil worker off on the rig someplace? Or is he like a fisherman in Alaska or something and he can't be around to watch the kids? What gives here? If he had those 2 jobs, he certainly can make enough money to send to the kids. After the dust settled, following their mother dying, he should have become their primary parent. But instead, he's part of the peanut gallery criticizing you. You did nothing wrong. Don't let these people make your life more miserable than it is. I hope you can find peace. Well, it sounds like he's finding peace. Now, at this point then, I'd say block them all. F them. Let those kids graduate high school and end the story. He tried, and they're acting like bastards. Another one. Not the a-hole. F that dad, man. If he was so into parenting, then he should have picked them up from the effing second she died. F the grandparents for undermining you during the hardest part of your life. F those teens for everything about this. Grief sucks, yeah, but taking crap on you, who's grieving, is pretty effing awful. Well, F yeah, I agree with that. I'm watching my language here today. And last one, not the a-hole. I think you've done your level best to help your stepkids, but the lines were drawn before your wife died by their dad. They tolerated you because of their mom. Their dad used you to support his kids and was disrespectful and ungrateful in the process. You need to let those stepkids go, and their family, maternal and paternal, and biological dad need to look after them. Look after your kids and you. Condolences on the loss of your wife. May you receive love, strength, and comfort to live on. Exactly. This is a good guy. He's trying his best, but he doesn't need the BS from those teenagers, and especially that family. Now, he said in the comment section, I read somewhere that, again, this is the paternal grandparents, the family of the father who's not in the picture. Apparently the maternal grandparents, the parents of his late wife, they've been great. So obviously he's going to be dealing with these kids because obviously the connection with the maternal grandparents. But there you go, guys. So don't take crap from kids. Don't take crap from anybody else. He tried, end of story. I have no problem with this at all.